Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. Happy Sabbath. I hope you had a wonderful day today, whosoever is on. Hope you enjoy the Saturday. Hi, Sandra. Good night. Good night, Sandra. How you doing? Blessings to you. Let me put this phone on vibrate. Blessing to you all. And thank you so much for joining. People may not know why. Whenever see some people and them say they can't eat, and you wonder how food so nice, And you hear people that tell you say, "Oh, I can't eat. I'm on a diet." Oh, or I can't eat. I have no appetite. Why people? Me sorry for them people. Them. Me really sorry for them. Especially when it come on to the Jamaican food. Me really sorry for them, for all of those individuals that don't have any appetite, who is on diet and all of that. Osh, osh. Me go and enjoy the food now. Because you see, all on a Saturday evening now, imagine a nice piece of jerk chicken. And I'm talking about the leg and thigh. And then you have some nice goated soup. On the side with that. And a rammy goat. So you know, say it turn up in it. And oh God. And you put whole heap of pepper pan the jerk chicken. Oh jeez, that tastes good. And then you go again. And you say, you know what, that soup is bad, but I'm gonna have one mixed cup. And then you go again and you say, no man, 2 cups can't hold me. But I'm gonna have 3 cups. And oh Lord. Anyway, how you all doing? I hope you all enjoy your Saturday. I really hope. For those who went to church, I hope it was a wonderful day in the sanctuary. And happy Sabbath, even though it finished now, to those who went to church today. And for those who wonder what kind of long gut girl that I talk about food, welcome. This is your girl, Lady in the Dark, aka K. And I'm talking about food because you don't know. You always hear them say, Marga, people can yam. Trust me, we can yam. And we yam enough too. We yam enough. But food too good, if we not enjoy it. Trust me about that. The food then really, really good. But it's a good thing. The more you eat, you can't get fat. You have a high metabolism. It's a good thing. Because just imagine if I didn't, would I be maybe about 300 pounds now. Seriously, I would be about 300 pounds now. Because you know that when I'm having pizza, it have to be Pizza Hut. I don't eat any other. And I can't eat 2 or 3 slices. It have to be 4 or 5. And I'm not joking. So you see, because of that, anytime I go buy a pizza, I buy a large one because me know my mother will just have like a one. My son, one little piece. My brother, he will have the rest. But me have to make sure me can't buy small, none at all. Because me alone can't eat off this small one. But welcome, welcome, one and all. But ignore me chatting about food. It's just because when your belly full and you feel nice in yourself and you think about the good up food and you say, you know what, when I eat peace more, that's the reason why. So welcome to the platform, guys. And I hope you all are having a good Saturday night. Now, people, I realized today that we lost another veteran. Alan passed away today. And I remember, when we lost Doreen, I was like, whoa. Because you see, growing up, you used to listen to these two on RJR every single morning. And what I realized is these veteran journalists, they're going. And you see, when you look at the set now coming up, you really wonder because some of them are very good, while some they're not really so wonderful. You see, the old time radio personalities that you used to have, it's hard now for you to get them. It's hard. I don't know what made them so special, but back in the days, I think maybe it was because back then We didn't have a lot of social media. So a lot of us, we used to just sit down and listen to the radio. So maybe that is the reason why we cherish them so much. But may his soul rest in peace. And I wish his family all the best. I hope God will give them the strength that they need to cope during this difficult time. Now, people, I don't know if you realize everything that is happening in this world, on social media, in your life, all of that. You see, what I realize as individuals, we have to learn to stand on our own. And when I said stand on our own, I mean stand on your own. Make sure that in order for you to achieve anyone, you don't achieve anything, sorry, you don't depend too much on people. Nothing is wrong when you have a good friend, you know. You need people in your corner. Don't get me wrong. You need people in your corner to make things happen. So nothing is wrong when you have a loved one that you can call on, a friend who you can depend on no matter what. But you see, at times we tend to follow the wrong set of individuals. We tend to go with the crowd. We tend to do things because our friends are doing it, our loved ones are doing it, so we are going to do it also. And you realize that peer pressure, I want a serious thing. As you come, guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. It's a serious thing because when you sit and you listen to what some people have to go through, you know, they will tell you that, you know, say, me never did really want to do it. Is because she said me if do it, let me do it. It's because me see them a do it, me go do it too. And when you look at it, in the beginning, look upon Adam and Eve. Just look right there. Adam never want to eat the apple, you know. And Eve make him eat it. And it is the same thing that is happening to us. A lot of us, we don't want to do things. We don't want to say certain things. And because of peer pressure, because your friends pressure you to do it, you come, you do it. And guess what happened? You realize that you end up regretting what you did. Sometimes when you interview individuals behind bars, they will tell you, I went in that car because all of my other brethren them did I go. So I go with them. When I listen to some of them, I didn't want to go home, figure stay with my baby mother, you know. But because them did I go on the road, me say me I go with them. Or because them said them I go make one food. Me decide to go because I want to make that food also. Meaning they want to make some money. So when I listen to some of them, they end up in the position that they're in now, not because of their own will, because they want to follow them friend. They don't know how to stand up to them friend. They don't know how to stand by themselves. So they do what they're doing because they want to be with the crowd. That's the reason why a lot of them do what they do. But the sad thing about everything is that when you end up in the attack collapse now, you know, guess what happened? You realize that you're there, and these individuals that you decide that you're going to follow, you know, sometime them get way, you end up behind. Them fast on you, so them either run, them get used to the lifestyle so much, they know how to dodge police. They know how to play hide and seek with the cops. So them not easy to get catch. You know the fresh body. You gone out there with them are run you down. You can't run fast. You don't know the hiding spot. Lo and behold, you get catch. And you're sitting there and you're wondering, look what me make happen just because me decide so me I go follow John, me I go follow Peter. Go do that. Look what I make happen to me. And even in the workplace sometimes you hear people, they will tell you, I do it that way because I see such and such doing it. So I decide that I'm going to do it like this. When you look at social media, it's the same thing. You realize that people now, they are doing things because others are doing it. So I personally believe that in life, we have to learn to stand on our own. We have to be able to make ourselves promises and make sure that we see them come true. We have to make sure that anything that we say we are going to do, we do it. You don't do certain things because you want to please a certain individual. You don't do that. Make sure that at the end of the day, you are happy. You feel good when you sit down and you look back and everything. You feel good within yourself. You can say, oh, yes, imagine I stand up to this individual, look, and you feel good about yourself. So make sure that at the end of the day, you're able to stand on your own. Because you see, when you're an adult and you can't do that, you're going to realize that people, they're going to mistreat you, they're going to abuse you, they're going to take step on you. I don't know if you ever hear some big people, I say, them take a man there for boy, you see, everywhere them do them, then send him here, so them send him there, so a boy for them. Why? Because that person don't know how to stand up to the individuals. Maybe they're working with someone, and because they're working with this person, they feel like, oh, I'm a boss. Anything with my boss if you do, I have to go do it. They don't want to lose the job. Sometimes the boss is very good to them. They treat them good. They treat them like family. And because of that, they don't want to disappoint them, and they will sit there and they will make for them business go bad, because why? They're trying to please the boss. They don't want to say to the boss that, boss, say tomorrow I can't go do it because I have a doctor appointment, or that I have to go to the embassy, I have an appointment at the embassy, or I have a PTA meeting to go for my daughter, or wife want me to do something. They don't, because they don't want to disappoint the boss. So guess what? They put everything on the back burner. Everything. And when you look at it, a lot of times when we tend to do that, put our loved ones second, put everything that supposed to be important, we'll let it come second because we are expecting to please. We decide, so what, I have to make sure say my boss comfortable. I have to make sure say this in the work and so forth. You put everything down below. So you realize that you have, okay, my home, my kids, my spouse, my job. The job come first. No matter what, the job come first. The job come over the picnic. The job come over the husband. The job come over God. All of that. And you will sit and you realize that, no, I'm 50. You're sitting down, you're wondering, your wife or your husband divorce you because they said you're always working. Your kids, them say you're never home because you're always working. You don't have any time for them. Now you reach that age. You're sitting down. You want someone to talk to. You want to take up the phone to call someone. Everybody of the person, they're on the road doing this. You're sitting there in the house looking at the four corners because you run the people them from around you because you focus so much on your job. You weren't able to stand up to your boss to let your boss know, no, and get, hi, Lady V, good night, good night. How you doing? Blessing to you. Right. You never know how to stand up to the boss, to let the boss know that, guess what? I won't be able to do this because I have to go somewhere with my wife. And you see, when time as a man, and you do that, you put the boss over the wife, so that have upset the wife. No matter how much money you're coming in with, she no business. What she's looking at to say now is that, okay, then this is more important than our relationship. This is more important than our children. And you deep down, you know that, guess what? It is not important. I just don't want to disappoint the boss. I don't know how to tell him no. You don't know how to stand up to the boss or to stand up to individuals. Because even as perfect example, sometimes somebody asks you to do something. More if you drop off something for me. Where say over Portmore, you're not going Portmore, I'm using Portmore as an example. You're not going Portmore, but because the person asks you to drop off something in Portmore, you don't want to tell the person no. You go out of your way, end up at Portmore just to please this person. You sit down in a traffic on Dyke Road, traffic here, so traffic all over. You're late. whether it be for your job, to pick up the children or so forth. Why? Because you did not say no. You couldn't stand up to the person and let the person know that, guess what, I'm not going that side. You're going to have to find other arrangement. And then you realize now that you put this person business over yours. Maybe when you reach a school to pick up your child, the child is upset because they're sitting there waiting long. Maybe when you reach home, your husband upset at you or your wife. Why? Because you weren't able to stand up to the person to let the person know, no, I am not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to go there for you. And as individuals, we tend to put people sometime over our own personal needs. You might want to do something, and you not do it. Why? Because you know what? Me not gonna do it, me gonna wait until Sam do it, and then me and Sam do it together. Sam, I go look and when you check a stock, some are gonna tell you say, oh, so me do it from last week, and you're sitting here, you're wondering. So, oh, you never tell me say you're gonna do it, and I'm sitting here waiting on you to do it because you said to yourself that me and Sam are brethren. We are close like that. We have over 15 years of friendship. We're close like that. So you're sitting there waiting. You tell Sam, so you didn't want to do it. Sam now go behind your back and go do it. Like, for example, if you're not going to look about on a visa, you expect that both of you are going to go to the travel agency together, complete the application, get your appointment date. Lo and behold, you're sitting there waiting on this person to come and tell you, oh, we're ready to go. You're waiting on the person just to understand now that the person went, the person get the visa, and you're sitting there waiting because you're not able to stand up. You put people feelings over yours. You never want to hurt some feeling by going and getting it. So you say, yeah, wait, and look what the person do to you. And that's how it is in our whole heap of our life. We put others over us. And at the end of the day, you see where they come? They disrespect you. They will come and they will say all sort of manner of things about you. And you sit and you wonder, why is this happening? Is this the same person who never have any food? I'm go out of my way if I go buy food, carry go give the person. Is this the same person that I carry on numerous occasions to point A or point B? And you sit there and you wonder because you put your feelings last, put others over you, and at the end of the day, you're sitting there knowing, I wonder, look what happened to me. Me did it for everybody, and now I want someone to be there for me, no one. Exactly, Lady V. Family should come first, but a lot of times people don't understand that. They let the job control them, they let certain things control them and put them last. Yes, Sandra, thank you. Like up the live, guys, please and thanks. Thank you so much. So we are not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to do that. You see, sometime a perfect example. When you have your loved ones and they're sick, you will go out of your way. You will leave your job, you will leave your family and make sure that you go and take care of them. Because you want them to drink the soup, forget better. You want them to get the good up cornmeal porridge. You make sure you go to the hospital to look for them twice for the day, morning and in the evening. You make other arrangement so someone can go and pick up the kids and so forth. Your husband or your wife not get no dinner because you're there. And lo and behold, if you're supposed to get sick now, you realize that that same person, when that person was in the hospital, you went, you bring food, you carry home them dirty nighty and everything and wash the towel and so forth. You're in the same position now. That person, you call on the person, can you come, can you buy some fruits for me? Or can you bring me some apple juice? Oh, so me can't go bring it this week today because me I go here so me I go there so. And all right, maybe bring it Friday and it is Tuesday. And you say to the person, so you can't come tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow I have to do this. You can't come Wednesday. Oh no, Wednesday I have to do this. Thursday. Oh no, Thursday. And you might sit there and you might wonder to yourself, but isn't this the same person when they were sick? I was always there for them and make sure that they're taken care of. Me make sure so them get them juice, they get their fruits and everything. And now you're there on the hospital bed, waiting on somebody to come. You might take up the phone, you call somebody else. The person I gonna tell you that, oh, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna bring it and you want that item today. And you might wonder, but isn't this the same person? Me carry them, pick me at school every morning, go out of my way, God them house, go pick it up. And you might wonder, why? Because you see, sometimes when you do things for people, I'm not talking about when you do it and you say, okay, you go right there, so the person want that figure. When you go out of your way to make sure that this person is comfortable, you make sure that you do certain things to please this person. When you put in your own personal feelings on the back end, you put in your personal family relationship, everything on the back end, just to make sure that this person is comfortable. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And you might wonder, okay, why? And you sit and you look. You weren't able to tell these individuals no. And you see, because you can't tell them no, you bet the people them then take you and they have you like gig. Then just a spin you. We would have say spin you around their little finger, then have you. And then just a take you for a fool. This minute, they will call you because they know that you're so willing and you can't say no. They will call you. Oh, so me I go Montego Bay tomorrow. You have something to go on the road and do. You can't go Montego Bay. And you might say, oh, but me can't go. No, me I beg you, please, man. Say such and such, more and go check. Or such and such, I come and no tell him, say, me I go come. Me I beg you, please. And the person plea and they plea and they plea. And because your heart is so soft, you say, all right, then, me I go call Bossy and tell Bossy, so me I go take a casual leave or a vacation leave or something, just to make this person comfortable. And you go and you do it. Maybe on your way, you realize now that you went something up onto your car. This person's supposed to help you to fix back the car now. You realize that the person decide that, guess what? They're not going to help you. You're on your own. And you might be sitting there and saying to yourself, but look how it's funny. Me take me day from work. Me never did want to go in at the beginning. And just because them beg me go. And look at it now. Something wrong and they're supposed to help and the person telling you, boy, you're the pay your own, cause me broke. And you're sitting there feeling like a crap. Because you're saying to yourself that if me didn't know, me not go. You never want to. But because you don't know how to say no, you make people continue to use you. You make people tell you how you're soft, or you're this and all of that. Nothing is wrong with being soft. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is wrong with helping people. But make sure that when you're helping them, you don't put yourself out of the way. Especially when you know, say, yeah, go out of the way and this person, the person are loyal, the person are have the ungrateful spirit, and you decide that you're going to do that. Don't. Make sure that you're able to stand your grounds at all times. When somebody look at you and somebody say, oh, they want it. No, I'm not going there today. Unfortunately, you're going to have to find, or you're going to have to make other arrangement. When somebody call you and they say, oh, I want you to go talk to this person for me. Oh, why? And when you realize it have nothing to do with you, the person just want you to tie up in a them mix up or them like a saga. No, that is not my concern. I'm not going to deal with it. You have to be able to know when to stand up to people. Oh Lord, someone want me to show my face. Should I show my face? Um, you know that every night, last night, them tell me, can you show your face, please? Can you show your face? my ears stay bad. Right now, it wrap up, go behind, and everything. They sit down in my bedroom. And, oh Lord, so me I show my foot. Let me cover it. Because my foot stay bad too. Everything. Everything. So last night, they were like, oh, you need to... A lady literally calling last night to tell me that I need to show my face. It was the very first call that I got on YouTube. And that was what the person was telling me, that I need to show my face. And I'm like, come on, man. The darkness is nice. The darkness is good. Nothing is wrong with being in the dark. Being in the dark is good at times, you know. Because you see, when you're in the dark, then can't see you. Then can't see and then can't say, oh, this person did say this or this person did say that and so forth. But maybe I will come out of the dark. So let me go back in my bed. Lord have mercy. A lady called in last night. I think she said she named Sharon. She said she's one of my supporter. And she called and she was saying the same thing, that I need to show my face when she's going to see my face. And I'm like, okay then. I never know that it was that important for me to come out of the dark. All right, let me come out of the dark a little bit for you. Let me turn around my book. Yes, there. Is that better? Is that better? I'm out of the dark. You see in my book. I always have a notebook on my bed, people. Always, because I always, if I make notes for work, sometimes I sit on my phone, I will read through documents, and then I have to make pointers and so forth as to how to write certain documents and so forth. So I always have a notebook. I turn it around so you can't see what is at the front. So is this better? I'm out of the dark. Is this better? See? You see my little fingers? Is that better? And let me see what else I can show. Let me show my hand. See? You see my little hands? You see say it maga too? When you see say it maga, look there. Me telling you about the little maga girl. Literally I want little maga girl. And the maga girl can name you say, oh Jesus, peace. A good thing, me can't get fat. The way my father maga, them call him cranny. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking. And it is a good thing because I will eat from now till the morning. I will sit and I will just nyam, 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 nyam. So, yes, this is the Likamara girl. So you see, I'm out of the dark. Let me put back my phone case over now. Was that better? You did not see my face though. But maybe one day I will be brave enough and I will show my face and so forth. But right now I'm just in my bed chilling and chatting. So I'm so sorry. Maybe one next night you will see my face. Sharon, if you're here tonight, maybe sometime soon you will see my face. But you see, social media, how should I put it? And you see, the thing is, I know anytime I show my face, people are gonna make certain connection that I don't want them to make. I'm being honest. They are going to make connection because it's a face that is associated with certain companies here in Jamaica. So people might know the face from those companies. So anytime you come out of the darkness, you know, they're gonna say, oh, other little maga foot girl, the little face the one already got to fi such and such where did the runway. Oh, a she a lady. Yeah. So maybe that's it. But on social media, let me see how much people know who is Lady in the Dark. Lady V, I think know me. Donna know me. That's about it. That's about it. I'm talking about bloggers. That's about it. Because I'm literally in the dark and so forth. I will I will see them, stand next to them. I know who they are, but they don't know who I am. And I think that is good because, you know, right, so I don't mind it. So hopefully soon I will be able to come out of the dark and people will know who is Lady in the Dark. But as I said before, it's a phase. Once I come out of the dark, I know that people, they are going to make the connection to certain organization here in Jamaica. I'm not in the darkness or anything because quite a few of my co-workers subscribe to my platform. I will have discussion and when I go to work, we will sit and we'll talk about it. Like the other night, I literally spoke about one of my co-worker who's woman did left him and try to give him jacket, right? So a lot of them know what I do. So it's not like I'm in the dark hiding from them or anything. I'm just in the dark because of my own personal reason. Let me simply put it like that. And when you're doing social media, I don't know if you all realize, no matter what is happening, people might wonder how you cover certain topic on social media, like the mix-up and the drama that is happening. You're an intelligent young lady. Why you don't try to cover other topics? The reason the reason for that is I try my very best not to cover certain topics, especially topics that are in the media, topics that are before the court system, especially when you hear about certain cases and so forth. I try my best to stay far from those because at the end of the day, you don't want to come and you don't want to say certain things, based on the position that you might hold in a particular company. You don't want to come, you don't want to say certain things because when you say it, they will say, oh, the director was on her. Oh, shit. Let me continue. Okay. Sorry. Right. So I was saying, standing on your own, we should be able to. Oh, Lord of mercy. We should be able to, yeah, there. You don't hear that? We should be able to be, have mercy, Lord. Anyway, we should be able to stand up to people. Not because you want to make someone comfortable, you should go out of the way to make that person happy and make yourself unhappy. Your happiness should come first at all times. Make sure say your happiness come first. No matter things say, okay then, my husband want me to do this. Me I gonna make sure me do it to make him happy. You don't want to do it, but you're going to do it to make him happy. I remember I was speaking to a female some time ago, and this female, she was basically talking because she was married for 2 years, and for the gentleman birthday, he said that he want a tree, and she decided that she was going to give him the tree. And this lady, she ended up regretting it so much. She said that it was like her husband never loved her again. He never did want to talk to her and so forth. And I said, why? She said she don't know because it was his idea. Guys, please hit the like button for me, please. It was his idea for them to do the tree. And then she said that she didn't want to do it, but she did it because she wanted to make him happy. And it wasn't the first time he was asking for it. So she went ahead and she did it. Now, it seemed like at the time, the gentleman never did want to talk to her. It's like him did malice her. She said, what they did together because he was a part of it, he was involved. She said, after that, it was like it was a strain on the relationship. When they're supposed to talk, it's like the man couldn't talk to her. When the man supposed to kiss her, it's like the man never want to kiss her. When she said that, I was thinking to myself, so I wonder where you did do so. Where you do so. That me I wonder, where you do so. But she did it because she wanted to make her husband happy. And look what happened. She partaked in the big tree. And when she did, the husband started to look at her differently. The husband no want to kiss her. She said when them go in a bed, him turn him back, give her all of them something there. And she was saying that if she didn't know, she would have stand up to him and she wouldn't do it. And I am saying the same thing tonight. Make sure say at the end of the day, when you do certain things, the if me didn't know, no have to come. Don't let it come. Stand up to people. Don't do things because you love this person. This person is asking you to do it. You know that deep down you don't want to do it, but you're going to do it to make that person comfortable. Don't do it. Leave it alone, especially when you know that that is not what you want to do. Don't. And you have a lot of man. Them will tell you the same thing. Say me never did want to do it, but I'm a brethren them, I'm a brethren them bet me do it. And you look and you might wonder, okay then. You hear some of them tell you, say true them have the car, the brethren say to them, say, oh, come drop me here so we are go on the car and I go link somebody. When him happen to be in the car, he realize what kind of link they went on. And lo and behold, that person behind bars, while the friends are out there running up and down, and I have the time of them life. So you have to make sure that every single step of the way, you make sure that you're happy. Make sure that you're able to stand up to people. Stand your grounds. Don't make nobody walk over you and take you for a fool. Because that is what we love to do, especially when we women. Jesus, peace. We turn bad. You see, when we females find a man and we know say the man love we and rate we, we take the man for one big puppy show. You realize say the man at times he looks so uncomfortable. You want him to do something, and him no want do it, But you see, because him no want upset you, him say, all right, him a go do it. And you see, especially when these relationship tends to end, the man sit down and the man want beat himself over it because he's sitting there and he's saying, you see, if me didn't know say she did I got get up and left me, mo wouldn't do it. If me didn't know say she did I got do this, mo wouldn't send her to school. If me didn't know all of that. So anything you're doing, make sure say your happiness come first. Don't put nobody else happiness over yours. Make sure say at all times your happiness, especially when you have underage children, your happiness and their happiness, that is what's supposed to matter the most. So just because you might meet a man or a woman and you love the man or the woman, the person don't like your child, you realize that the person don't, but you're sticking out the relationship. You're doing everything that the woman wants you to do because you want to make her happy. She wants for you to make the child life uncomfortable. You're doing that. She want, sir, nowadays $200 can't send buy any lunch. She's telling you that the $500 that you're giving to the child for lunch money is too much. Cut it down. You know that the $500 is not a lot. You cut it down to two. Send the pitney at school. Why? Trying to make the woman happy. You hear say the pitney there at school, a ball say they're hungry and everything. Then call, I get involved in your problem. You're sitting there wondering, or when me get myself in, if me didn't know say it I go come to this, me would not do it. So make sure that your happiness, the happiness of your children, especially when they are below 18, that's what you're supposed to focus on. Don't make nobody take on a spin around. Don't. You see, when I sit and I look at celebrities, I don't know if you realize how they roll. They will come and they will have the big gold chain round their neck, platinum, all of them, something there, they will have. When you look them in the latest name brand, everything them in. And when you, maybe sometime when you sit and you talk to them, some of them will tell you, say, oh, say, I rent me the chain or so forth. Especially when they tend to fall back on the face, you hear them say, if me didn't know, me no waste my money like that. But because my manager tell me, say, I have to look the part, I have to dress a particular way, you realize that was the reason why they did it. They not do it because they want. Guys, can you please hit the like button for me, please? Can you please hit the like button? Right. They did it not because they want to make themselves happy, but because the manager said to them that, hey, guess what? You're a celebrity now. Yeah, make money. All winter, you know, make nothing much. They want you to go buy the most expensive thing. They want you to go rent one car if you go on one show. That's what they do here in Jamaica. They will go and they will rent the Range Rover, the Benz, the BMW just to go to a show. You see, when that person, they will have a one hit song or a two hit song, and after that, no matter how they go to the studio, they can't hit again. They can't find the right spot. They can't make the lyrics. So there is no more hit song. You'll hear them say, I wish me never waste my money like that. I wish me never rent the car for one. You hear them and tell us they rent car for all 1 month. People will rent a Benz for. And Benz not easy because when you rent a Benz sometime all what $20,000 per day. And they will tell you that they did it because their manager said to them that you're now a celebrity. You have to look the part. You have to dress. And when them tell you for dressing on the other things, I want like a Chinese man. Then when them tell you for dress at all the latest brands, that is what they want you to wear. And at the end of the day, when you're back on your face now, you reach, you drop, you're sitting there and you're thinking about all of that money that you waste because you please your manager, because you're trying to please the crowd. Make sure that every single thing, your happiness come first. You stand up to people because sometimes when you have a manager, they will tell you, oh, she's my best worker. Then we tell you that, she's my best worker. Guess why they might tell us you're the best worker? Then can tell if you go make coffee for them. Then can tell if you go pick up them pitney from school. Then can tell you if you go to the mall, go buy this. Then can send you go Price Smart. Then can send you go pay master, go pay them bill. All of them something there. They can use it the way they want to. So you're going to hear them tell you, say, oh, she is my best worker. Sometimes it don't even have to do anything with the job that you're getting paid to do. It's just because of everything that you're doing for this person. This person is going to say that you're the best. You see, the day now when you decided that, guess what? When them ask me to go to pay master to pay this, or when they send me to go to Price Smart, go turn up in the long line, and you decide, say, you know what, I'm not going again, I'm going to say no. What do you think is going to happen? Anytime you stand up to somebody, that was with you because of the yes, yes, yes that you were giving them. You see, anytime you start to tell them no, when them come to you and then say, do this, and you say, say, me can't go do it. When them start get the no, what you think they're going to do? You're going to realize that, oh, the person are really with you again. The person are with you again because the person can't use you like how they feel. So the person are going to want to take with themselves, and go look at new prey. And that the person want to do. Go look somebody now, the other yes person. But don't feel any way when you see that happen, because when that happen, it's for your peace of mind. And I said it before, you say peace of mind, that is the most important thing. No do nothing where you don't want to do. Because sometimes when you tend to go places that you don't want to go, something might happen, you end up regret it. You and somebody might get in an argument, all of that. All of that. I remember this young lady went to a party and it was a group of them. One of the girl that was in the group and another girl got into some argument over a man that was at the party. I get to understand, say knife draw, back broken, all sort of things happen. Guess what happened now? You see the girl who did a fast with the next girl, that a girl take away herself, when the war broke out, and people end up in a problem because them go a defend them friend. The friend where them a defend, all right, nothing wrong with the friend. The friend take with themselves. And now they are in the problem because of them cut the person. And the friend did it. Quite fine. Move on to our next John Doe. And you're sitting there running back and forth to court. You have to go court this week. When you go to court, you take the entire day. You say, oh, the case postponed. You have to go continue again. Wasting your time because you get involved in something that wasn't your business. And never your business in the first place. And you get involved with it. Can you please hit the like button for me, please? I have 40 individuals, 5 likes. So please hit the like button for me, please. Thank you. So make sure every single thing you do, your happiness come first. Make sure. Because you see, at the end of the day, I don't know if you ever realize, you have some elderly individuals. Sometimes you see them, and you wonder, what happened to their loved ones? Everywhere you see them, sometimes they're in the street, they can hardly go. Them can't stand up straight. Them have them stick. Yet still them a go at the supermarket. Them a go here so. Them a go bank. And you always see them by themselves. And sometimes you might sit and you might wonder what happened to them loved ones. Sometimes, yes, them loved ones forsake them. Sometimes them just not have nobody. But you see, sometimes what happen is because them put people over their loved ones, them put people business over their loved ones. They work. Them some of them reach a work from 7 o'clock in the morning and all 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Them still there at the office. When they finally leave the office now, they reach home, guess what? Then drop in at the sofa. Then can't even make it to the bedroom where their husband is. And that continue for a period of time. They chase the dream of being on top. And because they're chasing the dream, so they might chase it, they might run, the husband I get left, the pitney them I get left, and they're there thinking that okay then, when I achieve all of this, my husband and I, we will be able to go on our vacation. The kids, I will be taking the kids to Disneyland when we get the promotion and all of that. You see, when you get the promotion now and you reach, guess what happened? The husband and the pitney them gone left you. And you're sitting there and you wonder, you might be saying, look at all the plans that I've made. I said that when I start making enough money, me and them are gonna do this. And look what happened. He move out with the pitney them gone left me because in seminar have no time. The kids them not even know you sometime because they spend so much time. When you leave go work a morning time, they're asleep. When you reach home at night time, they're asleep. So you realize it's the grandmother, it's the babysitter, the dad, the sister. They are the ones that the child know. The child not the only sometimes the only time the pitney see you is on weekends, and maybe not even on weekends because we have some people Saturday them say them a go to the office for half day. Sunday then go to church. So you realize they really and truly don't get to spend any quality time with their loved ones. And then when they reach up there in age now, they're all by themselves and they wonder, how I don't have anybody around me. Sometimes when you see them sit down, I don't know if you ever realize when you go look for some elderly individuals, you see when them hold you for chat, Jesus, please. When them hold you for chat, it's like they no want to stop chat. Then can't stop chat. Then chat, then chat, then chat. Then start tell you about some story from the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. And you wonder, oh Lord. I said, this as somebody can chat. You wonder, oh, if you get out, why you think they're talking so much? Then glad for the company. They were sitting down there waiting for such a long time just to have somebody who they can spend some time with, who they can talk to. They didn't have that person. So now you're there. They might make use of it. So we just have to make sure, say that not happen to we. We just have to make sure. Say at the end of the day, whether it be 50, 60, you can go in your garden. You had either have your grandkids, your spouse beside you, or something. So you see, if you want to go on a vacation, nobody say, all right then, when we get the promotion, may I go? No. You have some people, they never take their vacation. You'll hear some people say that they're working with a company for 5 years and they have never taken a week vacation. No, make that happen to you. Take your vacation, even if it means that you're going to stay at home with the kids or with your spouse and you don't do anything. If you don't have the money, guess what? You see Netflix? Oh, you have Netflix. Get some popcorn. You find a movie on Netflix. You say to your husband, oh, babes, movie night. You get the kids and you have the popcorn there. If you go and get some piece, you order the pizza, they will deliver. You sit, you enjoy that family time together. Some people are sitting down and they're waiting. They're putting off spending time with their kids because of the job. They're putting it off because of school. They're putting it off because they want to please people. And they might, why people looking at and they say, but that not important. Why you kill yourself over that? That not important. That not really matter right now. Because I saw it go. You might think that, oh, this is the world. And when you look, people might wonder, why you kill yourself over that? That is not important. That not really matter. What important, is your family, your kids, your spouse, your mother, your father, your brothers. That is what is important, especially the immediate ones. I'm talking about the spouse and the children, especially them, the parents. That is what is important. But we tend to forget what is important, and we put work over it, friends over it, strangers over it too. And that is so true, because you see, sometimes you will meet this person on the road, this person is a total stranger to you. But because you and the person have a connection, you will go on the street and you meet this person, and instantly you and the person bond together. You realize that numbers exchange and so forth, because you have that connection right there. You and that person you're at home, you reach home from work, this is your new friend, you and the person sit down on the phone and a chat, a chat. You sit down on the phone for all of 2 hours, and your spouse sitting there looking at you, wondering, so hold on, she not come off of the phone. I wish she had not a girl a chat on the phone, so she not coming off the phone to spend time with me. The stranger now, come over the husband. And sometimes one heap of females, they sit and they wonder why the man left, or the man sit and wonder why the woman left. The woman are gonna left if all you do are work. Sometimes the female will say, okay, babes, we need to go on a date. The man might look at the lady and say, we don't need to go on a date, we're already there. We don't need to go on a date, you see me, and everything. If a movie you want to watch, we can watch it at home, and so forth. We want to go on hotel go do. You have man we stay so. And then you see when the woman left them, they wonder why. You have to understand, it doesn't matter how long you and the person together. You have to spend quality time together. And you see, sometimes, especially when you have kids, leave the kids with the grandparents, and you and that person go and enjoy each other company. You go on that date. Because Walipa people, they will tell you, before we were married, we used to go out every weekend or every mountain. And they will tell you that since we get married, we not go nowhere. That's what they will say. Since they get married, them not go nowhere, they not do nothing. Why? Because they get comfortable. They are telling you that they have work, they have this, they have responsibility now, they have the kids and so forth. And you see, especially to us females, I think what we tend to forget is that when we have children, we raise these children, you sit and you watch them grow, and you will do everything just to make them happy. And you see, when the child reach 18, 23, you realize that the child move out of the house. You're sitting there wondering, but am I alone in this a big house? Am I alone there, so? Because you focus so much on the child, try to enjoy time with your spouse, Maybe the spouse will leave because maybe you're going to need somebody to go and enjoy the time with. You're going to tell him that, oh, we have the child, we can't go, the baby. You have some females, when they have children, that start to sleep in the children room. They put the child to bed, then nobody get up and go back in their bedroom. They stay right there and they sleep while the man is in the bed, fast asleep, and the pitney they asleep. And then guess what happened? That child grew up, start their life, move out of the home, and you're sitting there wonder when all of this happened. You're wondering, oh, am I all alone? Because a lot of us, we thought that when you have a child, that child is going to be with you forever. You think that that child I got the under your arm, I got the pan your breast forever. We don't remember, that that child is going to become an adult. That child is going to have a family of their own. We don't remember that. We don't remember. So because you focus so much, not me now say uno no is put on a pitney first, uno put on a pitney first. But what I'm saying is that when you sacrifice your happiness, don't sacrifice your happiness. That's what I'm saying. You wonder, but wait, and when all of this happen, sometimes when you want someone to talk to, you take up the phone, you call them. Oh, mommy, me can't talk now, because me and such I go on the road now. The man then person gone on the road. Maybe the child said to you that, mommy, may I come check your weekend? You see weekend come, them no read, you call. Me not think you say you go, oh yes, me did fi come, But me and John decide, so we are go Ochi. So we drive, go down go Ochi, go eat some food and go chill. And you're sitting there and you say, but she's supposed to come and spend time with me. And she not come and spend the time with me. That is what a lot of us fail to understand. They're going to have a life of their own. So make sure, say you sort out your life. Stand up to people. Now put your happiness second. Make sure that your happiness come first every single step of the way. You have some people, and I don't know how they do it, especially my fellow, well, you know what, my fellow like me, Adventist again. Well, I'm still, oh Lord, I'm not even gonna bother say nothing. I can't tell that. I go to church, I don't hear me. Anyway, you have some Adventists. I'm gonna have to wonder how the hell them do it. People, then they are church. Sunday, then you hear them say, oh, we have choir practice Monday evening and Friday. Our youth fellowship Friday night. I have choir practice Monday and Thursday. So what Saturday, they're at church for the entire day. Sunday, then go on at church again. Monday, then they are choir practice. Then Wednesday night, then go on a Wednesday night meeting. Thursday, choir practice. Friday, youth fellowship. Saturday, whole day again at church. And sometimes you hear them say, oh, remember that I'm on the board and we have board meeting Sunday, so I have to go to church. You wonder, where the hell? We don't have no time for yourself. I want to do all of that. Remember me asked one girl one time, I said, oh, you do it? She said, I just do it. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, because here she was complaining that she didn't get to do her assignment because she have something. Then she could tell me, oh, I had to do the work of the Lord. And I'm like, okay then. Okay then. So even that, you have some people, they put church over them own happiness, over everything. Because the pastor said to them that, oh, no marry that a man, no do that. They don't. Because the pastor said to them, say, oh, guess what? Guys, I was driving to church this morning and I lost a tire and I'm asking for a goodwill offering to go and buy a tire. They have the last money with them to take and go and work, Them are going to give it because guess what? They're saying that, can I get the number? The number for what, Miss Grant? And you wonder, why? Because they put others' happiness over them. They just focus. And you have some people, no matter how you say to them that you learn to be by yourself, learn to enjoy your own company. They just love the clique. They love when they are a part of a group. You see, you have some people, you see, if they're not a part of a group, a part of a gang, it's like they can't function, they can't survive. They just want to know that they're associated with this group and so forth. So they will go out of the way to make sure that everything is fine with that person. Why? Because that's my gang, that's my group, and so forth. They don't know how to be by themselves. They don't. And you see, if they do anything, and they decided that they're going to kick them out of the gang, you realize that they start to go into depression. It's like they can't function because they were sitting there depending on these people so much. And now they're supposed to focus on themselves. They can't. They can't. Them don't know how to be by themselves. They don't know how to be happy alone. And that is what caused a lot of problems with us as human beings because we tend to follow the crowd. And when you follow the crowd, sometime, you follow it for the wrong reason. So you have to make sure that anything that you say you're going to do it of your own free will. Do it because you know that at the end of the day, when you do that, you're happy. Make sure. I remember the other day I was speaking to someone and the person said to me, why? It was like we were having a discussion about man and woman because you see, when time we sit down and we chat, we find about man and woman problem. We look on their pastor, we look on pink wall, and you see when we sit down and we ready for critique and laugh over them, we laugh. And I remember I was saying something to her. I said, that is one reason I will never ever talk to a money man. And the person was saying, why? I said, because they always want to control you. I said, they always want to come and dictate to you where to go, what to wear, and so forth. I said, me not in them something there. And she said, but yeah, I get everything. I said, me no business. I'm not into it. Me rather talk to me like a broke pocket man. When me know say now dictate to me where to go, what to wear, and all of that. Because you have some of them, because they know that, hey, guess what? Me have it like that. Me want tell her, say, you see that outfit there where you put on? No wear it. It not turn good. Sometimes when I'm not talking about, sometimes nothing wrong with it. If you are wear something that is revealing, they have all right to tell you. Sometimes you realize that they're going to tell you that, oh, now go your mother this weekend, or leave your family alone. Family are going to get you in a problem. Family not good, and so forth. Me and your family now. And you wonder why, as a female, you're going to sit and you're going to take all of that. Will heap a woman sit down and take it because of the money? So I was saying to her that, no, me not go through them something there. Me not go through them something there. And they sit and they look and they say, oh, so that's why you always a laugh over we when time we have a problem. Sometimes I look at them and I say, yep, because I wanna decide so I don't want to go marry this a big smaddy, I don't want to go marry that as. And when you hear about some of them stories, you have to just roll your eyes and just walk away. Because if sometimes they will come to you and they will ask for advice. I remember I said it to one of my friends. I said, listen, don't ask me for any advice. If when me give it to you, you're not going to want it, you're not going to want to hear it, you're going to tell me, say, me bad mind or me this. When you ask me, me say, I rather to keep my feelings to myself and my thoughts to myself. Because maybe if I tell you, you're going to vex with me. And sometimes they will beg you to tell them, and when you tell them, then vex with you. Then vex with you. And you wonder, why? Why they go through all of this? Why they sacrifice the happiness because they want the money? Why they do all of that? Because you see the thing that we don't understand. You see, when you look at it, sometimes people will sit and they will look and they will say that, okay, this person is achieving that. This person have money. This person can buy a Range Rover. This person driving an Audi. And you're sitting there and you see the thing, what people don't understand. Sometimes you will look at these individuals, they will be driving the fancy cars. They will be living in the gated community, in the nice, expensive communities here in Jamaica, and the expensive apartments in New Kingston. They will be going to their big jobs and everything. But you see, sometimes when you look on it, they are living a life that they're ashamed of. Them sad, them depressed, they're unhappy. And you're there now. When I have nothing, I look on them and say, you want to be like that person. Not knowing what that person is going through, not knowing what that person have to do to be living that life. And you're sitting there and say, oh, I want to live like that person. No, don't ever do that. Don't ever. You have to understand that some people, guess what? Health is our richness. Our loved ones is our richness. You see, the fact that you can laugh, that is your richness. Because you have some people, the least little thing you say to them a laugh. It's like they're always happy. They just have a bubbly personality. You see, that alone, that is their richness. When you look at it sometime, you see the man and him full of this, he have this big property, full of food and everything, You see right there, so that is his richness. So we have to understand that richness, it not just come in a money. It come in different ways. You see, when you are 50 and you can say, oh, me not have hypertension. Oh, me not suffer from diabetes. Oh, me not have no high cholesterol. Oh, me not have no arthritis. Oh, that alone is richness. You see, when you're 60 and you have all of your teeth in your head intact, everything are going for you. You can bubble. You can run up one hill. You can do everything like where you used to do at 40, at 60. That itself is richness. Because this is sometimes when you look at it, you see the rich man out there, guess what is happening now? Him have all the money in the bank, but when you check it out, every week, him either have to depend dialysis machine, him have to do chemo, him have to get injection in him knee or somewhere because he's not healthy. Sometimes when you have a household and you realize say, you and your family, you live so good. It's like one big up, one big happy family. And you're sitting on, and sometimes when you check it out, when you look and you say, beg you $3,000, maybe six of you in a one room, and not one of them can give you the $3,000. And when you look at it, you say, but what kind of heap of broke ass people this may have surround me? You see, when you look at that right there, so even though them broke and everybody sit down and a laugh and a chat and a have a good time together, that itself is happiness, is richness. Because they're happy with each other. Sometimes when you check it out, then we cook the curry chicken back and with some white rice or some dumpling and butter. Oh Lord, that are the good thing, dumpling and butter. Then we cook it, and we when then sit down and then mix the big jug of sugar and water, and then sit down and then eat them dumpling and butter and everything and belly full, and then go back, go laugh and talk, They're not sitting down thinking about how much money them have in a them bank account. They're there enjoying each other company. They know that, guess what? I have this auntie that I can always go and talk to. I have my mother, who I have a very good relationship with. I have my brother, and so forth. You see, when you look at some of the people, some of the richest set of individuals, when you ask them, where is your mother? Oh, say a long time I not talk to her. Where's your sister? Oh, say my sister they are Canada. For last year, me talk to her, me not talk to her again, And I'm not talking about last year, December. Maybe like from last year, Mother's Day. Then we talk to the person and then not hear from the person again. You see, sometimes when these same individuals that you see driving on the street in the Range Rover, the Audi, when they reach home in the evening, guess what happened? I just them alone. Just them alone. And sometimes you have to wonder, how them do so good in the job? Oh, guess what? They don't have anybody to spend their time with. They don't. And when you ask them sometimes, they will tell you, them life lonely. They want somebody to be there for them. But guess what? No, they reach a level they can't trust people. The least little person coming at them corner, then start look upon them and look away, wonder where them are coming so far. They like me, or then just a look something from me. And that's how it reach. So when you see people, nobody thinks say them alright. Because you see them and live the nice, pretty life outside. I drive the pretty car. I live. No, sometimes they're suffering even worse than you. They're suffering. Sometimes when you look at them, they achieve so much, and because of their accomplishment, they don't know who to trust. They can't have no friends. The least little person will start talk to them, you realize hey, it's a problem. When somebody come around them might think say the person will look something from them. And sometimes the person not even looking anything. And you're sitting there, you're saying that, oh, I want to be like Mr. Chin, I want to be like the Hiltons, not knowing what they're going through. So you see, when time you have your loved ones and you can sit down and you can chat to them, any little thing, that is your richness. No matter things say it a go come financial, financially, no. Maybe your family life, your health, your strength, that is the way God is blessing you. That is your richness right there. Sometimes when you look at some of the richest set of individuals, they will tell you that they are suffering from all sort of ailment. Why? They eat bad because they work so much, they not get to eat on time. All them a do a work, 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 work. They not get to do nothing. And even with some of the celebrities, when you look at it, sometimes you wonder why some of them turn to the big D. I'm talking about DRUG. You wonder why they turn to that. Because you believe now, they have all the money in this world. Everything's supposed to happen for them. Yes, some might end up in the wrong crowd and the person give them, but a lot of them, they turn to it because they're looking for comfort. So you realize that they will go and they will take it up. You have some man, them will tell you, say me did have one of the best woman there is. When you hear them talk about them woman, them ex-woman, you wonder, so how them a talk about the ex like that? Why? Because they know that they had something good, but because they never spend the time with the person gone. They never focus on what matters. They look at everything else that's supposed to come second. And now the person is with someone else enjoying life. And they're sitting there saying, if me didn't know me spend time with her, if me didn't know me take her out on the date, if me didn't know me left work early and come home, come watch a movie with her, if me didn't know me help her with the housework, if me didn't know me take the children to school, if me didn't know me go buy water, if me did, that is what happened. Me don't know if you don't realize what I'm saying, the if me did know, if me did know. Because that is what happened at the end of anything that you sacrifice, you put over your happiness, you tend to say, if me didn't know at the end, when you realize that it didn't turn out the way you wanted it. It didn't turn out the way you expect. So now you're saying that if I didn't know, me not go down a Montego Bay. If me didn't know, me not go pan the link with them. If me didn't know, me not go at a party there with her. Always, if me didn't know. So make sure that you're able to stand on your own. No make nobody go boost you up like Supergen. Because you see, when them boost you up, you see, just like some people can't digest Supergen. So when they drink it, and then feel like them tummy full, and then feel nice, guess what happened? They go and sit on the throne and do everything. It's the same thing with some people. Them boost you up, And you see, when them boost you up and you say, yes, me have this person in my corner now. This person is going to be there to stand with me no matter what. And you think say everything nice because this person boosts you up so much. Guess what happened? Look a bit after the person just go shit you out. Boof. Just go drop you like that. And you wonder, but wait, you never see it coming because you were expecting so much from this individual. You were saying, this person, I'm a bona fide, this person is my this person is my that. And the person turned out not to be. So make sure, say, anything you're doing, when you reach 50, you can look back and you can feel good about it. If you're supposed to come on social media, post anything on social media, make sure that 10 years down the line, when you see that memory, because you know that sometimes it will tell you 5 years ago and so forth, you don't feel disappointed in yourself. You don't regret it. Make sure. Sometimes we have to make mistake, to learn from it. But sometimes you realize that the same thing, you keep on doing it over and over and over. You keep on putting people above yourself. You keep on putting people happiness above your loved ones and above yourself. And because of that, at the end of the day, you end up regret it. You have some people, they will tell you, they will just look upon you and tell you straight up, say, me not do it, and you wonder. I say, so you can't do it for me? Then I say, no. Yeah, look, me I beg you just do it for me now. Me not do it, me not go around there, so me not go around there, so me not go do it. And you look upon them, and sometimes people tell you, say, you're hardy. I know the person hard. The person is telling you. The person is not going to sacrifice their happiness to please you, especially when they know that going to Portmore is going to be some long cocky traffic around there. Them now go sit down in that traffic for burn out them gas. So them I tell you straight up, I'm not going there. Some people will tell you, oh, me I go one party next week, you can't come. No. Me I give the ticket free, no. No. You gonna meet so no. And you might wonder, why this person? It's just not the person environment. The person is not a party person. The person don't want to go. The person is not going to go just to please you. And people tend to look at those type of individuals and say them hard, them selfish, them this. But guess what, people? I better wanna be selfish and be happy. Because you can't be doing things for every jack soul and then at the end of the day you are unhappy. So better you be selfish and I do nothing, for nobody. And you're happy. Because when you say you do this with this, that, oh, me they do this for Kim, me they do that for Lataya, me do that for Susan, me do that for this, and you can name them out and know when you're ready, you can call on one person and you wonder, look at that. Look, oh, me go out of my way to make sure say them all right. And now I want someone to do it for me. You see, when you're selfish, you don't have to look and say, okay, then you have to make sure say you can do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself. So you focus on your happiness every step of the way. Make sure say nobody not take you for fool. This is the time now where each and every one of us, we have to make sure so we know what we have to do. Guys, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. When you want me to show my face, you see, if me get 15 like, me show my face. Since people keep on ask me to show the face, we negotiate tonight. 15 like, you don't know who is Lady in the Dark. Okay then. All right. So still 8, so I'm still going to be in the dark. I guess she's not here tonight. So we just have to make sure that we are comfortable at the end of the day. That is the most important thing. Our happiness. Don't sacrifice your happiness for anybody. So now come and take up people business. Mm-mm. You see, sometimes when you see on social media these females a fight and everything, when you check it out, some of them in the fight, and they're in it because of them friend. Have nothing to do with them, and them in it because of them friend. Because the girl go take them friend person, then decides so them are gonna do that. And look what happens sometimes. Somebody have to pay for it. So just make sure that at every single step of the way, you are happy. That is the most important thing. Nothing else not supposed to matter. Focus on what is important in life. And you see the way life around now, our family, especially our immediate family members, that's what should matter. So you have God, you have the family, you have your job, and everything else come below. But don't ever trump that. Because you see, when you trump it, when you decide that you're going to put work above God, above your family, guess what is going to happen? You're going to end up regret it. You're going to end up regret it. So at all times, make sure that he is at the top. He is at the top. Because anytime you decided that, oh, me go shift it around. Me go shift it around. Me go put my job up there, so. Me go put family. Me go put God last. Because that's happens sometimes, Sometimes you hear people, and then we tell you, okay, me not pray. Me can't tell last my prayer. Me can't tell last me read my Bible. Me can't tell last me, well, me not even gonna say nothing about the church part. You'll hear people say that. You'll hear some people say, boy, me can't tell last me spend some quality time with my spouse. And you might look and you say to them, why? Because of the job. We're coming up to the end of the tax season here in Jamaica. And I can tell you, as an individual that used to work in certain industry, right now we have accountants, we have auditors. They are staying up until all 2 o'clock at night time, straight up back until March 31st. They're working non-stop just to make sure that everything all right. And you see, sometimes when you reach home and they drop, oh Lord, not even bathe. They get a chance to bathe the way them tired. Sometimes you're not even, some of them not even, they not even can help the children to do their homework. They not even can take the time to go through the child book to make sure, just check to see what the child did at school, because they're so tired. They put the job over it, because they're saying that, oh, it's coming up to this time. They have to do this, they have to do that. And when you check a stack after it, you hear them say, oh, me have to do it. And I wonder, okay, it's just a cycle, no ending. It just a continue. I miss him. Good night. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. So just make sure say that no happen to no. Make sure say it no happen to no. Because me don't know, but you see sometimes when you listen to some people's stories and you wonder, oh, they make that them something that happened to them. You feel sorry for them. You feel sorry for them. Because you wonder, oh, they make them something that happened to them. Me remember one woman I tell me say, one man take away the whole our money. And I'm like, how that happened? And you see when you hear the woman talk, she and this person was in a relationship and she gave the person the card to use because she said she wasn't able to go to the machine. So she asked the person to draw the money. The person draw the money once, twice. She said normally in draw and carry the receipt. We know that sometime here in Jamaica, when you go to an ATM, they don't have any receipt, so you don't get any receipt. Good night, Miss Gail. Good night. But and the person use all of their money, and you sit and you're listening, and you're sorry, but it is what it is. So anyway, guys, have a good night. I hear my baby crying, so I'm weak. So have a good night. Hold on. Oh, want him back. Oh, what a boy. In craving, you see? I mean, take it off, I know, so I can't say nothing because you see, as in get it back in my mouth and stop. So I sleep in my sleep and wake up, want the back. And I ball down in place. So in grandmother just take him and gone with him again with the back. But anyway, I'm going for him now. So I can spend some time with him. Like how him wait because him now go back go sleep now. He now go back go sleep until maybe about 12 hours so. What time? Guys, him go ramp like a bit. Anyway, yes, guys. So thank you so much. I guess no one wanted to see who is Lady in the Dark. So I still don't reach the 15. So I'm still going to be in the dark. So that's good to know. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. I'm going to do my motherly duties because my baby is awake. So good night. Have a pleasant night and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for joining. Guys, can you please hit the like button? I have 46 individuals, 10 likes. Can we get it to 15? Just hit it for me, please. If I get it to 15, I will end the live and you will see who is Lady in the Dark. It's now, okay, let me see. 43, okay. Okay, one more second. Okay, not one more. Okay, then wonderful. I will remain in the dark. So good night, everyone. Have a pleasant good night. Watcha, somebody eat it on.